What is up, everybody? Today, guys, I got something super exciting to tell you. I just did a deal, guys, and it took me a couple hours to do, barely any time, and I made 10K, okay? So what I want to do is show you guys how I made the 10K. And not only that, I was watching a video by Jerry Norton, okay? Shout out to my man, Jerry Norton. And he just put it on his YouTube channel. I don't know if anyone follows him, but he was with Pace Morby, and they asked this question. They said, what would you do if you were dropped in the middle of nowhere and you had to get your first deal and you had no money, like little to no money? So I wanted to talk about that, guys. What would you do if you were dropped in the middle of nowhere? You have a cell phone, maybe let's say you got $200, okay, and you got to get a deal. You got 30 days to get a deal. What are you gonna do? Well, that's what I'm gonna do today, guys. Is I'm gonna show you what I would do to get my first deal, and I'm gonna tell you what Jerry said. But guys, I'm gonna tie this into how I just made 10K. Okay, now wholesaling, it works. Okay, everybody does it. I've done hundreds of wholesale deals, but there is a better way that is working better now, and I call it the painless wholesaling strategy. I'm calling it painless because, guys, wholesaling can kind of be painful sometimes. You can get a house under contract, you can blast it out, nobody wants it, you're like, what the heck, I thought this was a deal. And that's painful. It's painful for you if you have a sales team. It's painful for them because they locked up a contract, they thought it was a deal. It's painful for the dispositions team because they're sending it out and they think they have a deal. And when you got to cancel that contract, everybody feels that pain. Okay, I got a better way. It's called the painless wholesaling strategy. All right, guys, so let's rerun the scenario. What would you do if you got dropped off in an area with just a cell phone, little to no money? In their scenario, they said no money, but my scenario, I'm saying $200. Okay, so you get dropped off in the middle of nowhere, and you need to get a deal in 30 days, or some bad's going to happen to your family. Okay, you got to get it done. So let's dive into this scenario. If you're dropped off in an area, you do not want to just start making random offers, guessing that you have a deal. You got to find out what people want, and then you got to go find it. That's the fastest way and the best way to do it. Now, there's about 10, 12 different strategies to finding buyers. Okay, but I'm going to show you in this scenario what batch leads can do for you. So let's say you got $200. Go get batch leads, and I'm gonna show you how batch leads can help you find a buyer. And let's see if I can find a buyer out there. Okay, let's do it. This scenario, you're dropped off in Anchorage, Alaska. So let's go here and let's do some filtering to see what buyers are in the area. Wow, no way. 2023 cash sales within the last year. That sounds crazy. Let's make sure my filters are correct. Shoot, there's some activity going on in here. Anchorage has got some ish going on. Okay, so this is a house that's been flipped. It looks like they did a good job, but it looks like it's lived in. So, okay, this is the next thing. Now that you've done this process, everybody, what you're going to do is you're going to call the real estate agent that has represented this, and this is actually active right now. So I'm going to call the agent and say, act like I just got dropped off in Alaska in this scenario. Okay, we're going to see how this works, everybody. See if he answers. He'll answer. I know it will.
You have reached Sam Goldman with Remax Dynamic of the.
He hung up, so at least he's there. One more time, and then we're going to go to a different agent.
You have reached Sam Goldman with Remax Dynamic.
Didn't answer. All right, let's see if there's any other cash buyers out here that I can call, or agents that have represented cash buyers. Okay, this one looked newer. Let's check it out. Let's call that agent right now. All right, let's call this agent.
This is Michelle.
We got her. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? My name's Nathan, and I just was calling you because I see that you're an agent in the Anchorage, Alaska area.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a couple minutes that we could chat, or are you busy?
What are you calling regarding?
I'm an investor, and I'm looking to do some flips in the Anchorage area. So I was just wondering, I could chat with you about the area just because I'm looking.
Sure. Are you from Anchorage?
I'm not. I'm actually from Utah, but I'm pretty interested in the market out there, and like I said, I just wanted to kind of pick someone's brain out there. Find.
So just so you can be aware, we don't really have a flip market in Alaska. Our market is super tight.
Really?
We don't really have a range that is affordable for flipping.
Oh.
And our housing market the inventory is very low.
Okay.
And so kind of regardless of condition, they go very fast.
Really? Okay. So if because sometimes this is what I do. I market to areas like I mainly work in Utah, but I'm kind of trying to expand out. So I market to areas to home sellers, and then I ask them, see if I try, I can buy their property. But you're saying out there in Anchorage, you don't really need to even rehab a property. You just need to get one at a somewhat of a good deal, and then you can sell it.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's no flipped market here.
all right, Michelle. Well, I appreciate your time, and thanks for taking my call. All right, everybody. So what did we just learn? Well, we learned a couple of things. What we've learned is that the Anchorage market is not a lot of inventory. Pretty much anything that hits the market will go. So this market shift, apparently, from what she said, hasn't really affected Anchorage. So the good thing about me not just starting to make offers on properties already is the fact that maybe I would have just wasted my time. But now I know from talking to her that she has a couple investors. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. This is why it's important to call someone and have relationships first. Is now that I'm in Anchorage, I'm going to look for a property. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call her once I get under contract and say, hey, look, I ran the comps. This is not something that I want to buy. Can you connect me to one of your investors like we just talked about? Now, she will tell me, Nate, you got a deal. Let's freaking do it. I'm trying to make some money. Or she will say, Nate, you do not have a deal. Go back to work. So now I have a point of contact. I don't have to guess what a deal is in Anchorage, Alaska. I can go to my girl, Michelle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to virtually drive for dollars now. I'm going to look for properties that look somewhat distressed. Look at that. That's completely different than the whole neighborhood. That thing is a piece. So what do you think the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to add this to my list of, I'm going to actually create a new list. We're going to call it Anchorage B4D. And then what I would do next is I would skip trace it, and I would call it, I would text it, I would email. All right. So let's go back to, okay, so that's driving for dollars. I said one, but I'm actually going to do another one. So this is the next thing you're going to do if you're driving for dollars. You're just stuck in Alaska and you got no money. First of all, we're going back to Abbott Loop. So let's see how many people qualify in Abbott. So real quick, what systems are using for data? Batch leads. And guys, let me tell you why I use batch leads. It's because, like I've showed you before, driving for dollars is money. You can do campaigns, you can text and mail out of them, all within the same platform. You can skip trace, you can pull lists. It's all pretty freaking easy to do within here. Okay. So again, dropped in Anchorage, Alaska, you can go to boundary, and then you have all the different filters. You can apply it. So there you go. You select all, you take all these, you add it to the list, you skip trace it. And now instead of calling just random people, you know what buyers want. As soon as you find some, you call Michelle. She links you with a buyer. You got a deal in less than 30 days. Okay. Now, what I'm telling you is true. This is the way to do real estate. This is the most efficient way. It's the most painless way. That's why we call it the painless wholesaling method. You talk to a couple cash buyers and you find out exactly what they want, and then you find what they want. Because if you open your marketing to this whole city, the chances of you getting a deal, sure, it's good, but it's going to take a lot more effort. It's going to take a lot more time. And who has all this time to do it? Especially you part-timers that are doing this not full time. It's going to be difficult for you to get a deal unless you're concentrated on a specific area. I don't see any more questions coming in. So there we go. Let's get it, everybody. Talk to you soon. All right. Batch leads for life.